So we've come to law number 5 now, which is exercise. God designed that this human body be in daily activity, and in that activity is its preserving power. What's a preservative? It's something that stops you going bad or off. And whenever I meet people in their latter years and they're looking good, I know they exercise. What does exercise have to entail for it to be a preservative? What does exercise have to entail for it to be so potent? Well, there are a few requirements, but what I'm going to introduce you now to is a type of exercise that is the most potent, the most powerful, and yet the shortest. It's the high intensity interval training. As the name implies, these are intervals of high intensity and intervals of recovery, often called HIIT. It's a very popular form of exercise today, and you're about to find out why. Let's define it first. So you've got high intensity. What's high intensity? So it's anything that gets your heart rate up or respiration increased. So this can be running up hills, this can be push-ups, this can be jogging on the rebounder, this might be swimming very fast, this might be walking up a very steep hill. It's anything that increases the respiration and increases the heart rate. Recovery. So what's recovery? For my husband and I, we run up the hills at Misty Mountain and then we walk down the hills. So there's our recovery time, is walking down the hill. What the research shows is that if you are doing something in your recovery time, it's more potent. So if you're not running up hills, if it's the exercise bike, in fact, most of the research has been done on exercise bikes. And the beauty is the person's holding on. So if their balance isn't really good, they've got something to hold on. If there are ankle problems, knee problems, hip problems, you haven't got as much weight on the knee, hip and ankle if you're walking or running. So they're holding on and they can cycle for their life for the 30 seconds and then maybe slow cycling. If you're walking up a hill and you're halfway up and you're needing a rest or you're ready for your recovery, it might be just moving the upper body. I do this 10 down, 10 up, 10 back, 10 forward, and then your arm circles, so doing your upper body. So it is more effective if you can be moving much slower, because remember, it's your recovery time. And then this is done for a cycle. Dr. Doug McGuff, in his book Body by Science, he suggests 30 seconds high intensity and a 90-second recovery for a cycle of 6. Do you remember when I began, I said I'm going to show you the quickest exercise there is and the most potent. So what we're looking at is, I'm going to be generous here, this is 15 minutes a day. Everyone has 15 minutes. If you don't think you've got 15 minutes, it's time to assess your day. What are you doing with your time? How much time do you spend on your iPad, on your iPhone, on the television? When you realize what this does, you will begin to realize you can't afford not to do it. One lady said, I exercise 3 days a week. She said, how often do you do it? I said, every day. It is so good, and the effect it has on the body, you'll get addicted. Once you realize what this is doing for you, you will do it.